Hi again and welcome to the channel, and today I'm joined by Domenico.
Hi Craig.
Hopefully you saw my other videos out there about my predictions about 2020 and what I feel's kind of coming up using my psychic abilities.
Yeah, I actually saw that video. It's really interesting, and I saw that you spoke about politics, how the world is going to be in 2020. But have you thought about doing a video about the astrology in 2020? What every sign could expect by this new year?
Yeah, well, I think we can do something like that. This is called sun sign astrology. It started in the 1930s when people used it in the newspapers.
Almost 100 years old.
Yeah. So let's ask me a few questions.
Right, 2020 is not only a new year, but it's even a new decade.
Indeed.
God, it's going to be pretty fun to live.
Yeah.
Great time to be around. That's something that happens only once every 100 years. And we are not only in the new decade, we are in the new decade of the new century.
Yeah, indeed we are.
So it could be a pretty interesting point for astrology.
I think so.
Next sign, Scorpio.
Scorpio, indeed. Things have been going quite well for Scorpio since 2019, when we see in their chart that there's a change of position in the position of Pluto. Pluto is a planet very much connected with the sign of Scorpio too. And this has been in this area of their chart that deals with intellect and communication. But it also has been brought with it a lot of good luck. And for Scorpio, I want to say that 2020 kind of brings unexpected good luck, things that you haven't worked for, things that come completely out of the blue.
NASA put back Pluto in the planet list. Pluto is a planet.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely a planet. And I think astrologically, we still take Pluto as a planet.
Right, now it's a bit clearer the importance of the planets in the astrology and the difference between fast-moving planets like Mercury or slow-moving planets.
Yeah, and actually for Scorpio, Scorpio's had Neptune, which is one of the slower-moving planets, going through the house of sort of eroticism and love, I suppose you could say it for Scorpio. So it's been a long period of emotional type of stuff in their life. And I would imagine that most people of the sign of Scorpio are kind of getting into a trend of feeling that this is for a lot further ahead, you know. So there could be a lot of emotional things for Scorpios generally in the period ahead, particularly with love and relationships and things like this, you know.
And how is going to be the monetary situation in 2020 for Scorpio?
Money is generally pretty good for them. They've got to remember that money kind of goes in cycles, so money can come and can go. It's not in this idea of that a gradual accumulation of money. The way things are with the way the planets are with them at the moment, it's kind of could show ups and downs, but generally a good period. A time, the springtime is very good time for them when it comes to money. It's a time you can really make money by work rather than just luck. It's quite a good time for them money-wise. It's not bad at all. Scorpio is one of those signs that is affected by this Mars in retrograde. And it can mean for this sign of Scorpio that during 2020, they're going to feel periods of extreme tiredness. So they need to account for that and slow down sometimes so that they can still maintain an optimistic and good attitude through the year. Once that period of the Mercury retrograde is out of their sign, they'll feel energetic again. So ups and downs with their energy.
And how is going to be the love life for Scorpio this year?
For Scorpio, it's a fantastic time for anything to do with single relationships because the nature of things, of the way the things are arranged for them at the moment, is that it does very much favour the person that is moving from one relationship to another, enjoying the life of a single person. So it's not so much the time for settling down. It doesn't mean to say that you can't settle down this year, but the general energy around the Scorpio sign during 2020 is one of self-confident, having fun type of period for them.
Fun times for Scorpio then.
Fun times, yeah. The most important thing I think for Scorpio is don't push yourself to the limit, because your energies are limited. So don't overdo things, but still enjoy life nonetheless.
So this 2020 seems to be, it's going to be actually a good year for most of the signs.
Yeah, I think an interesting year generally, with some interesting numerology in it as well, because it's the 20th of the 2nd, 2020, and things like that coming up, which we can talk about another time. But yeah, I think an interesting time, and also as through the prediction videos, an interesting time politically, for example.
And people can see your 2020 prediction on the other video you've made.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, and there's lots going on
there. There's the link somewhere.
Somewhere up here or over there.
And these predictions were more general, these astrological prediction, this science prediction.
Yeah, I mean, this type of astrology we're doing now is sun sign astrology, they call it. So, but if you want to get something a little bit more in-depth and personalised for you, you can have a look on my website. You'll see it coming up on the screen here somewhere. You can call my readers. They can give you a psychic reading, a clairvoyant reading, or a specifically astrological reading based entirely upon your date of birth and what you do. So just go to the website and call the numbers, and you can get reading right now if you want.
Don't forget to subscribe on this channel.
Yep.
Click the bell so you will be notified for any new video that is coming up. And actually, you were telling me before that you were going to do a better astrological video per each sign.
More in depth.
Yeah,
a bit more in depth for each sign. And we might even later on start looking at some pet videos as well, I was thinking.
The pet astrology.
But some of that might be fun to do. We can get Boo in.
Yeah.
And what about your channel? Because you're doing this new thing when you've been filming all this with these cameras and things. And
yeah, if you are interested in making these videos, or if you are interested in photography, videography, filmmaking, you want to start your own YouTube channel. Well, I got my channel. The link is in the description. I'm the Italian Dad. It's pretty simple to find.
And it's fun and interesting. And you can see some of the bloopers we make sometimes, and the things that go right and go wrong, and how we do it.
And I show especially how you can make all these on a budget, on a really tight budget. Because not many people can go out and buy a £25,000 or $25,000 camera. But in my videos and in my channel, you will see how you can make these videos with less than £500 or less than $500. I already have a video on which camera to buy if you just want to start and spend less than $500 or £500 between the camera, the lens, and the microphone. That will get you started. So just go down in the description for the link and subscribe to it.
And talking about budgets, you can help us if you become a patron of this site, because we're trying to do something really special with this channel, as we've already said. You know, we're trying to get our own studio and places where we can work and transmit all sorts of interesting stuff to you that have never been done on YouTube before. Something unique, a community of spiritually minded people working together.
And we're trying to help even children in needs.
Indeed.
With the Patreon.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And then we do a lot of charitable work as well. And we'll keep you updated with that through the channel as well, through 2020. Well, thanks for joining us, folks. And do keep subscribing. And thank you for supporting us over 2019. And all of you, no matter what sign, do have a good 2020. Life is what you make it. It doesn't matter about the planets and stars. It's us that make the changes in the world and can make our life happy.
Happy New Year, people.
Happy New Year.
Ciao.
Bye.
My wife Jane and I do our public work for free. We raise money through the theatres to raise money for our Hamilton Parker Foundation. This is a not-for-profit company that is soon to be registered as a charity. Now, our work is going in to help with the objectives of this charity, but you can help us as well by becoming what we call a patron of this channel. Now, as a patron, you'll get, first of all sorts of really interesting benefits. You'll have a sort of behind the scenes look at what goes on with our work. You'll get videos before other people. You'll get new videos. You'll get all sorts of benefits that are explained in the Patron website, and it has various tiers that you can subscribe to. So you can subscribe to just a little bit and get a few benefits, or you can subscribe a lot and get a lot of benefits. And what this means is that we can raise some money through this channel. Now, this money's not going to me and Jane to give us a fancy lifestyle. This money is going into our foundation that has some fantastic objectives. Now, the first thing we want to do with the foundation is, first of all, get a cyber center together, a cyber temple, as it were, a place where we can introduce new people to you through this channel. So by supporting this channel and giving something to the as a patron, you will find that this channel will start to get better and better content with more and more interesting things going on. We'll be able to get the cameras, we'll be able to have the space, we'll be able to have the right setting where we can build the energy to do things such as mediumistic circles and so forth online. But also our work extends further than that, because we are hoping ultimately to build a spiritual center, a psychic ashram, as it were, where people like you can come to visit and take part in an interactive way through this channel as well. But also we are doing a lot of what we call spiritual service. We are going out and giving a large part of the income we generate to people in India who are destitute. We've given to schools, we've fed children that are in need, we've helped mentally handicapped people, we've given cows to old people in India. Some of all this you'd have seen in my movie Mystic Journey to India on Amazon. But all of this is part of our mission, part of our remit to help the world. Because we're not only trying to find our divine nature, we're also trying to live what we learn and express it in ways that are really beneficial to the world. So if you follow this channel, but more importantly, if you become a patron of this channel, you can help us to take this whole mission onto a much higher level than any psychic work has ever been done before.